Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to White Day, a labyrinth named School. Previously, we cleared most of the main story points that we needed to in the new building, and I last left off with bypassing, essentially getting past the mermaid ghost, and I very specifically did not drain the pool, because if we did that and got rid of her, then the janitor would respawn. But we have a temporary respite from him and access to the building. So what we're going to first do is essentially scope out the new building, and then we are going to start backtracking to collect the figurines because we now have everything we need to get most of them. And then we will come back here and kind of finish this off if we have time, or that will carry over into another episode. With that being said, let's jump back in. Okay. Now, I don't remember if I had grabbed certain items before the autosave. I think I grabbed the coin, or I grabbed the key on the other side. So this is how we actually drain the pool. But we're just gonna let her keep on swimming, because as I noted, the janitor is gone for the moment, and if we drain the pool, he will return. Alright, so we have access to every room in this building at this point, and so what we're going to do is start up here. We're going to go for the figurine first, because that's the newest thing, and then we will work our way down and towards the main building 2. In fact, I don't think I've opened this yet. Oh no, I did. I am going to keep the lights off, but the figurine should be in one of these drawers. I think it's on the opposing end to where we are. Somewhere over here, I think. I don't remember exactly where, and I don't remember how precise we need to be. Pretty precise. Gotcha. Long-haired female student figurine, and that is clearly So Young. So that's the one we need. And so I think that's actually the only one in this part of the building. And that is number 3 for us at this point. So the rest of it's just scoping the place out. And we might as well look for stuff while we're here. We don't need the pins. This is actually the room for the pin puzzle. It's the globe over there. So what I might do is just open everything. I think we got everything in here. Okay, we're still on the lights, okay. We're gonna need the security alarm later, so let's put it on there. Let's get a note. I did not. Oh, come on, really? I just started. I seriously just started. Do you really have to do that to me right now? Okay, don't interact with the book just in case I picked up the story item relating to the ghost. She will hurt us. I don't remember if we can open these. I can. I don't think there's anything in them. So the library ghost is going to be at that table. And so we don't want to get hurt by her. Because she will hurt us. Okay, so I did miss a lunchbox over here. Alright. And I think that's it for this room. I don't think there's anything else of import at this point. I think there's a key in here. And I don't think I actually need these. It's just the master key I need. I was mistaken on that. So I did make a comment about potentially needing the combo keys. But I was forgetting that the master key we just get from the typewriter, and that's all we need access to. So we should be good in terms of that. We actually overlooked her. So she's actually kind of a unique ghost in the sense that you have to find her 3 times in order to get her added to the collection. It kind of sounds weird when you say ghost collection, but like, why would you want to collect ghosts? What does that mean? You know, that kind of stuff. It's not a chalkboard. You can't do that. Do you mind? Thank you. Well, this is not needed for the figurines are not needed for the trophies, but I figured, you know, at some point I figured we might come and do them. And who knows, you know, just because we've done most of everything that there is to do doesn't mean we couldn't find other things to do with the game. You know, I haven't shown G-Min's run on Hell mode. Not that it's much different from any of her other runs, but something to consider in the future. Yeah, see, there's basically been, like, what, 1 useful item so far? 2 if you count the trank, because I thought I'd already picked that up. Now, the Lion Girl, she's actually up here now, or should be. This room, I think? No, she's changed position, so that tells you found her for the 3rd time. This room I was chased out of, but I think there was only 1 item over here. Document, I don't think there's anything else. The janitor had me kind of cornered. If he comes in and starts inspecting the room, you're better off just blowing your cover and running past him, because he can corner you in there and just destroy you. There should be a couple of things in here. I think there's a coin. I'm starting to see how sad it is that I remember that. I've played this that many times. And there's a lunchbox or 2 in here. You need 2 for the ghost. I think there's 1 in here, though. Yep, there it is. So you have to put them on here to find her. These rooms. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, you got me. I thought I heard her for a second there, and I was like, no, it's not, doesn't sound like continuous. And yeah, it was her. Oh, I hate this. I love it and I hate it. Okay. Too good. Just too good. So we need the typewriter keys. That's the main puzzle solution we need in order to complete this. This room is actually pretty interesting. It's kind of creepy. Let me check I didn't miss anything. There's a couple of health items in here. So, you need the lights on for this. It's the one time that something happens in a room where the lights need to be on. So, did you hear it? A little sound? So they were facing me before. It's both comical and creepy at the same time in some way. I'm kind of wondering if I just leave them there, if they'll stay that way. Let's test it. I want to see if they reset. Oh yeah, I think I died. I died doing the clock puzzle the first time, that's why that's there. Oh, ghosts, come on. Give me a break. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Just quiet, please. I said please. Ooh. Back up to 12, okay. So I started with 11. I had to use one to start the game, and that's the second one we found since starting. Yep, they're still in there. And so that's it. That's all we needed, I think. We didn't really need any of that. All we needed was the figurine as far as the collection goes, and we already have the typewriter keys. How much do we got in health items? Oh, we're good to go. Yeah. And coins, we have 6. All right, so it's not keys. It's essential items. Maybe it is keys. Oh no, it would be miscellaneous. Sorry. Yep. EMN. Yeah. Okay. One thing we're gonna do, I think, before we go back to the other building, actually, I think we've cleared main building 1 and 2 of all um, consumables essentially. Is let's use up these coins. I've never actually used the coffees. Let's get a couple. I know that the coffees can somehow cause issues. I don't know if it changes in hell mode in terms of how many you can consume. I think it's 4 in normal difficulty. I don't know what the benefit of coffee is over the others, though, other than it's cheap like the soy milk. I think that should be all my coins. We'll come back for more if we need them. So, let's head back. Now, as I pointed out in the previous episode, if you go back through here, the place turns into a labyrinth if you try returning to the other building. However, I don't know if that will count. Yeah, that's not essential. Miscellaneous. Yeah, so spirit bell. A bell that makes a clear sound. And so this is what you need going into the hallway ahead of us in order to get back to main building 2, which is where we are going to go next. And so there are 3 places we need to go in that building. We need to go faculty office 2, so when I have a list here, student department office, and night duty office. Or night duty room, sorry. In that order. So, I think. Yeah. Faculty office 2 first. See, usually this would just turn into a labyrinth that you can't get out of, and there would be scratches on the wall right here. But since we have that bell with us, for some reason it keeps the fox spirit at bay. It's still a labyrinth, of course, but it's a labyrinth with an exit. Alright, now one thing to note here is that the janitor can't come down this hallway, so if you walk in here, it's basically he's blinded to your presence. So, you have a safety place to go. Okay, so faculty office 2 is down the hall. Surprised you didn't hear that. I don't know if he can see me. I don't think he can until I get right to the threshold. Let's try this and see what happens. You know what? I shouldn't have done that. I wasn't even thinking about it. I could hide in faculty office too. And he'd probably be gone by now. If I'd just done that. Oh well. Oh, he left the door open. And he closed that one. Alright, there's my getaway. Actually, I don't think I really need a duck, but in fact, I'm just gonna walk. If he finds me, he finds me. Now I'm gonna hide. I think we're okay. Okay. Dying message. I'm not actually going to read this. So like I said, since we're looking for figurines, many of them are actually hidden in places where we need the master key. And so we need a few things. We need the typewriter keys to get this message. The message is going to give us a combination to the student department office, which is going to give us the small master key. Then we can start picking up the figurines that we have missed on the way. And what we need from this is a code. And if you look through the letters, each page has a number hidden in the text. So if you look, there's a capital S, E, V, E, N. So the first code is 7. First number. So O, N, E, so 1, 7, 1. Let's see, F, I, V, E, so 5, 7, 1, 5. T, T, H, E, no, T, H, T, H, R, E, E, 3. 7, 1, 5, 3. Seven one five three. There's our small master key. And that's what we need to get into all the kind of locked drawers. Oh, thanks, Clint, for the code. That's what we need to get into all those locked areas. Shoot, come on, really? Why is she so insistent tonight? Just in case he comes over here. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna scream in my face. He's down the hall, though, that's the issue. We're at the second door. I might be able to make it in there. Nope. Actually, he's not close enough. Come on, dude. Just go away. No, no, just go away. Did I go to the right room at least? Oh, tell me I went to the right room. Night duty room. Okay. It's the desk. So this is the key that opens the rando places like, not there. Right here. There we go. Middle-aged woman figurine. A figurine of a middle-aged woman in a tattered dress. It looks like it was made at least 14 years ago. Oh, I don't think I actually read this one, so because I just said who it was right away. Long-haired female student figurine. A figurine of a female student who looks aloof. It looks like it was made at least 14 years ago. And I did just check to confirm, because I couldn't remember when the original White Day came out, but it was 14 years prior to this. So 2001 to 2015, I think. So this is, I said So Young, and this is Yumi, which we haven't seen in this playthrough yet. Or no, we have seen her once. We've seen her in this playthrough once, but that is Sung Ah's mother. And we have yet to deal with her, so. Now, if he would be so kind as to go upstairs. Well, I don't hear him, I can try. That worked out well. He literally heard me come in here. Wow. We might be running for it right away. I need to get to the student records office, which I think is right next to us, if I'm not mistaken. And then the home economics classroom, which we have yet to see. This is a new experience, other than Ji-min being able to go in the room. Which, thank you, game, because she has access to everything. Which way did you go? Student records off. Yeah, because it's right next to us. Let's let him wander off at least. So he went back down the way he came from. Oh my god, game. Seriously? No. Okay, thank you. Is he coming back? I should have gone for it. Game, seriously? Well, that did not work out the way I was hoping it would. Let's try it. You kidding me? Girl, just leave me alone. You've had your way with me enough tonight, okay? We don't need to keep doing this. It's not just her. They just all have it out for me right now because I've been fortunate enough. Okay, so what do we need? Is it the desk or the cabinets? There we go. Oh, and look, it's my favorite person in the world right now. Bald Janitor Figurine. A figurine of a bald man. It looks like it was made at least 14 years ago. And that is Bongu, who is the guy that is giving me trouble right now. Okay, so now we just need to go to the home ec room. And I kind of want to take advantage of the fact that he went down that way, and let's go upstairs instead. The home ec room is downstairs, but hear me out. I just need to get to a bathroom. I can hide. Worst case scenario. But this building is way easier to get out of than the other two. Of course, he might be down there by now, but I opened all the doors last time, so we'll have some indicator of that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm sitting there thinking, no, you can't do that. You just check the room. Go. Get out. I don't want to see you again. Walk it out of here. Walk it out. Thank you. This may be a bit premature. It was not. That worked out exactly, well, not exactly as I planned, but that worked out exactly the way it needed to, so that couldn't have been a better trajectory for him to take. Oh, look, the doors are open. I don't even need to fuss with him or worry about him coming back down here. So I think, there we are. Here we are. Oh, I don't like that. What you doing there? It's been a while. That's Na Young. Can I walk up to you? Oh, she terrifies me. She terrifies me. So I think we need to light these. I don't know exactly how this works. I know why we're doing it. Ooh. Ooh. And we know who this is going to be. So I'll recap the story if that's unclear. Short-haired female student figurine. A figurine of a female student who looks daring. It looks like it was made at least 14 years ago. And that is Sung-ah. So, recapping the story, and again, like if you're watching part 13, I'm assuming that you don't mind spoilers at this point. The whole thing that sets Sung-ah and Na Young's story into motion is that Sung-ah had asthma. She was in this room when it caught fire somehow, which is why we had to light the ovens. She didn't die from the fire. She died from an asthma attack because of the fire. And then she tormented Na Young into hanging herself after she died. And so that's why we had to light the ovens, and that's why Na Young was standing in here. Because we have not seen her since the beginning of the game, basically. Alright. Let's go this way, I guess. He might head us off, but... So that's all we need here. We actually need to get back to the new building. And it should be a little bit easier to get out of here. For a few reasons. One, we have a hiding place in the other building. Here, we just need to get around him. I'm not shutting doors or anything. I'm just gonna let him go by. Keep going. No. No, 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 no. I guess it doesn't matter. Just go upstairs then. He's just gonna sit here and lollygag. You know what occurred to me? You know, there's differences that we've noted in the janitor several times. This one hurt himself. We know about that. That's why he has the gimp. But you can also hear him because of the keys. The other one you can only hear from the whistle. Him whistling or him literally blowing into a whistle if he's chasing you, which is what allows him to sneak up on you. It never really occurred to me why until I started thinking about the fact that Bangu patrols the main building, both 1 and 2, which uses older style keys, key locks, and Dal Song patrols the new building, which is all key card locked. And I just kind of put that together a day or two ago, I think. It just kind of occurred to me why we can never hear him. Because I was thinking he's got to have keys on him, but I'm like, I suppose if he's not using them that often, he probably doesn't have them strapped to his belt like most people would for that kind of situation. He's lollygagging out there. He's just literally going back and forth in the same spot. I don't think I even watched him go by us. Oh, he did go by. No, now he's coming back. I hate this. I hate this. All right, we're at least we're not in a toilet this time. We're in a nice little cushy office. So how is everybody out there tonight? How are we all doing? No, what are you doing? Just leave. Did you see that? He did the spin. Keep on going. Just walk it out. No. You keep going. Is this our chance? I see the flashlight. Still going? I don't see him. I know he's going to come back. That's why I'm leaving. Okay. We got this. There's no way to hide in there. Crap. Get his attention. Alright. Thank you. That actually worked in my favor. Good luck catching me. Good luck. Yeah, how you like that? Can't do anything to me now. I had to stand there and mess with him a little bit. So Dalsu should still be despawned until we drain the pool, and then we will have to deal with him once again. But it should be a short-lived situation. And we should get another autosave, which is nice. So. So he should be despawned, right? Never know when leaving might actually trigger something else. Right. We're gonna risk it. Ooh, she didn't grab me. Oh my god, seriously? No. I'm not letting you have me. You can't have your way with me. You can't keep doing this to me. Fine. Just do it. It'd be kind of interesting if that could actually kill you if it goes too far. Because I was already winded, and if she did that and you just die of a heart attack or something. She really... I'm going to put an account in for her because, you know, there's actually a trophy tied to her getting you like 30 times or something like that, and I'm like, you know, I'd be actually have made some good headway on that one this time. So originally when this game was released, she could hurt you, but she can't since the game was patched. They did reduce the number of times she pops up, apparently. I'm going to disagree with that, but she can't do anything to you otherwise. However, if she does that to you when you're running and the janitor's on you, he can catch up to you very quickly. So, but originally she could hurt you, and she can't do it anymore. There's actually quite a few things they did like that on the normal mode. Now, I don't remember where Delcy is going to pop up, so we're gonna go back down this way. And I think the reason they patched the game is because she was getting so relentless that people were, one, they were getting annoyed with her, but two, the fact that she would deal damage to you just randomly, and she was popping up as much as she was just too much on top of them. So I do appreciate the fact that they got rid of that. That was super annoying. I really felt bad for the people I watched playing that, because by the time I played the game, they had done away with that. Now I don't know where he is. I have opened literally every door though, so that should distract him for a bit. As long as he's not near me. Oh, he's right there. And he turned right. Which means he could be coming right down to where I am right now. Unfortunately. Which means he's most likely going to do that. Oh, he's checking out the rooms. Let's try it.
You! What do you think you're doing there? Nobody ever escapes this school! Die! Let me through! I must get in! I'm begging! My daughter's in there! Let go of me! No! No! You killed her! You killed my daughter! You'll pay for what you did! You're just like them! Why? Tell me why my daughter had to die! It's your turn. Suffer like like my child.
Okay, we gotta move. And I'm not gonna tempt the grandma ghost this time. Okay, that may have doomed me. I don't know if she can run faster than me, but we'll find out. Oh, she's right behind me. Shoot. She can hook a turn at that corner. That's why I was waiting for her.
My child, I will always protect you. Hey, are you all right? Are you injured? I'm glad you're okay. Why the heck was she trying to kill you? Her dead daughter, you mean? We don't have time for this. I just heard Ji-hyeon screaming in the lecture hall. I have a bad feeling. I think So-young is going to do something desperate. You get to the lecture hall, and I'll meet you there.
So a lot of people question, I know early on, whether she is a ghost or not. And she was not, up, at least up to this point. Ghosts don't bleed. And if you're wondering how she was able to shatter glass, there's actually a document that explains that. They refer to the resonance of her voice with the glass. And they actually refer to, I can't think of the name of the bridge, but there's a bridge that collapsed at one point in history because of that. So, we should be good to go, I think. The noise. So, if there's any unfinished business at this point, you want to scope out the rest of the school now, because the janitor will return if we go to the final place, which is the auditorium. And I'm just going to double check for my own purposes. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're just missing the 7th. Now she's a ghost. And Dao Su is back, so we gotta get out of here. Okay, so we do have the auditorium to ourselves. I need to keep this out, aren't I? There's a few items in here we can get. Not too many, but a few. And that's our final seal. I think there's one on one of the bleachers on the left or right side. I think. I could be wrong though. I'm gonna scope it out really quick. Didn't hurt to look. No, if memory serves correct, I think the final figurine is in one of the locker rooms. Downstairs. Which means we have to get it before we finish the final part of this area. At this point, I don't really need the items, but never hurts to point them out in case people do. Some people go through them really quick. You know, if it's your first time playing the game, it's really easy to get caught. And if you're not playing on hell mode, you know, you can get hurt very easily. Now, we need to go in there, but we're going to head downstairs real quick. I think there's like a coin down here somewhere. There's not much. And I think it's on the other side of this area, near the mirror. Or a mirror. So it's either that mirror or there's a place nearby. Oh yeah, that's the exit. Yeah, vending machine, so it's probably... There it is. And a safe spot if you're not torturing yourself like I am right now. Okay. Yeah, see, we have so much stuff that we don't really need. The game is pretty forgiving on that note. It's just if you're, like I said, if you haven't played it before, your first playthrough can be pretty rough, so... I thought mine went pretty smooth. It was hell difficulty that really got into my skin, which we're doing right now. Okay. Now the locker rooms are on either side of the gym here at the lower level. I don't remember which one it's in, so we're going to have to do some fishing. But we're right there, so... We've done this 100 times now, we know what's happening. Yes, we can't even get into them right now. It wants us to do this under duress. Yes, now she's dead. Yeah. You cut that a little too close. You are the one, Neo. Okay. I don't think she'll follow us in here. So we can explore a little bit if we want to. And just to play it safe, she hits hard. So if I die, I die. It's not a big deal. We have plenty of saves. So it should be in one of these lockers. I just don't remember which side it's on. There it is. Female student with glasses figurine. A figurine of a female student who looks naive. It looks like it was made at least 14 years ago, and that is very clearly the one we were missing, Ji-hyeon. Our sweet little bean. Okay, now we should probably stop dilly-dallying and get on with this. I think that's the last one we need. I mean, other than the obvious. Oh, shoot. I pulled the trigger on that too quick. She's right behind me. I meant to draw her over here. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say I meant to. I usually draw her over here. I completely forgot about it. Okay, actually, we might need... Let's see. Oh, I can't get in there yet. No, I am missing one. Which one am I missing? I know I'm missing one. My mind's blinking on that one. I don't think I have the last one. Okay. Oop, there she is. Oh, you know what? It's, the other side. I think. Down here? Not down here? Okay, I'm forgetting one of them. We might be redoing this. Bathroom... I don't think I missed one in here. Which one am I forgetting? I thought I had all four of them. No. Okay, well I got plenty of markers. Oh wait, maybe it's this area. No. No. Okay, so which one am I forgetting? I got the one down that way. Oh, I just had to go up to the door. Never mind. Never mind. I do have them all. Oh, no, 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 no. What are you doing? What are you doing? She's right on your butt. Oh, oh, she's right behind me. No, 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 she's right behind me. Oh my god. What is wrong with me? No, no! gonna pretend I didn't do that, okay? That never happened. If anybody asks, never happened. All right, come on, we got this. There we are. Spin that thing. Come on, come on. Grab your hands, grab your hands, grab your hands.
What happened? Did you save my life? Yeah, I'm okay. Don't worry. I'm sorry. I don't think that I can walk right now. My ankles hurt. I'll wait right here. Can you go and find Songa? I'm scared for her. Well, I think I'm all right.
Let's see, did we grab the... No, we did not. This way, I think. We're gonna go for the... no, not that way. We're gonna go for the dark ending. This way. No matter which ending you do this way, it's always dark, but...
Heemin. Hey, Heemin. Heemin, wake up. What you looking for? It's fine. It's all over. But I think that Ji-hyeon is hurt. Let's go outside and try to call for help. Come on. What's wrong? Aren't you coming? Don't leave. I'm still in here. Can you hear me? Please don't go. Here. I'm here. Here. What's wrong? What is it? Something wrong? Then let's hurry up and go. Please don't leave me here. Please. Oh, please. Not young.
So, not bad on timing. I figured it'd be about 5 hours. All right, that is a good place to close things out. To recap, we completed the new building and all the backtracking we needed to do, collecting all the figurines along the way. So we got 6 out of 7 at that point, and then we pressed on into the what do you call it? The auditorium, where we finished the game, which is where the last figurine was, and we went for the darker of the endings. Now, just a few points that we were talking about in live chat that I thought I'd bring up is just some of the storyline stuff that maybe I hadn't addressed earlier on that I thought were really interesting. So, following the story, we already know that Sung A's mother and the night teacher slash music teacher slash art teacher, whichever, however you want to refer to him, but he refers to himself as the night teacher to us. They were planning this body exchange ritual so that Yoon Ah, her mother, could get her daughter back, because Sung Ah died from an asthma attack because of a fire in the home economics room. And this is the first time I actually got to show that room, where we got to see Na Young in the home ec room, which I think is really cool. Because that's how we got the figurine. Is one, we see Na Young, and then we light up all the burners in the room, hence the fire part of it, and her figurine appears, and that was our second to last figurine. And so, going back towards that story, there's some pieces that are kind of missing, and I haven't quite pieced together how it worked out. But there were a couple of things that were needed for Sung Ah to come back to life, so to speak, for the body exchange ritual to work. One of them is that the barriers around the school had to be taken down, so somebody had to take down the barriers. The teacher is the only one that would have been able to do that at the time, and he died. Apparent suicide is what they said. I don't think that's true. Yoon Ah, of course, is the one who wanted the daughter back, so that was her part in this. And she needed an object. There was an object that was needed. You needed something from the original person. I think they had her ashes, and they had her inhaler. And so I think that's what they needed, some remnants of her. So if you play Ji-min's story, that's where you figure that stuff out. So they needed the ashes and the object. They needed the remnants of what's left of her, and something that belonged to her. And the asthma inhaler is what that item was. The other thing they needed is a body to exchange with, and I have a feeling that body originally was supposed to be Na Young, the sister, who supposedly hung herself. And so what I think that means is I think something went wrong. I don't think the night teacher killed himself. I don't necessarily think Na Young killed herself, even though the stories suggest that, and the records on both of them suggest that as well. I don't think that's what happened. I think something went wrong during the ritual. And clearly the barriers are still up. So maybe the teacher changed his mind in the end, because it didn't sound like he wanted to go through with it if you read the documents. Of course, I went through that back when we were playing this for the first time. So I think maybe that's what went wrong. Maybe he just decided he didn't want to do it anymore. Now, skip forward to what happened in this story. So we got to see what happens if the exchange goes through. So one part of the story that really never made sense was why Ji-hyeon is even here to begin with. And we know why she's here. If you follow through with this, we know why she's here. She got a phone call, supposedly from So-young, telling her to come to the school. So-young had no recollection of this. If you follow her story, you know this. However, if you play through Sung Ah's story, you get to hear some dialogue where you find out that So-young and Sung Ah have very similar sounding voices. Enough so that when they're on the phone, you cannot tell them apart. Her sister confirms that in a phone conversation that you get to hear directly. So what I think happened in that case, and this is what we kind of talked about in live chat, and thank you, Beth, for bringing this up. I want to give a shout out to you for that. And I've talked about this a little bit, but not to the extent that we know it now. I talked about the fact that So-young did not call Sung Ah. We know that, that's clear. Sung Ah called her. Sung Ah is able to speak to the living, to the living that can see and hear her. Sung Ah called her to the school because that's the body she wanted to exchange with. And that's what we kind of brought up here, that I feel like I don't think I ever addressed that. Because otherwise her play in the story does not make any sense. So the only reason she would have called her there is because she either wanted a friend, which would make sense, or because she wanted her body, the body exchange. And she plays it off that she's, protective of her. She plays it off that she's friends with her, and maybe to an extent she was, but she's devious. We know that. She's been playing us from the get-go. Now, how she was planning to pull this off, I don't exactly know. I think this is just her hoping for the best at this point, because what else can she do? She's a ghost. She can't leave the school while the barriers are up. So-young has no recollection of calling her because she never did. So-young can't talk to Sung-ah, and Sung-ah had no original plans for using So-young's body, I don't think, even though that's what she did in the ending we just got here. Because, So-young cannot see or speak to spirits. We know that. I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's ever explained in the story. Somewhere in documents, I do not know. But she cannot see or speak to spirits, and we know that because she would always ignore Sung-ah because she can't see or hear her. And Ji-hyeon confirms that she would sit there and listen to her and never talk back. So here we come along, and suddenly Sung-ah gets this idea when she first sees us. There's the person that can break the barriers, and she starts us off by getting us to the first barrier. What would you call it? A relief, essentially. The first wooden kind of token thing that we use to break the first barrier. So that's what she sends us for, and she gets the home ec key in exchange, which she's had this whole time, and we got to actually see, what was in the home ec room by getting that key from her, because I think she dropped it when she knocked the janitor down. Because that's where it was, essentially. It was in the same spot where she knocks him over in the new building. And so her new plan at that point, I think, became body exchange with Ji-hyeon, using us to break the barriers, because we're taking the place of the music teacher or the night teacher, and Ji-hyeon's taking the place of Na-yeon. Skip forward to the ending, we left Ji-hyeon behind, but So-young's in the building. So why not take So-young's body, the one that would be able to easier manipulate Hee-min, according to Sung-ah's idea of who he's after? Because the original idea of this is that supposedly he's here for So-young. And I would say that's probably true because he doesn't know who Ji-hyeon is until he gets to the building and starts to connect with her a little bit. Or doesn't know her well enough, I would say. You could interpret it that he could be here for either one, and they do play it out that way, because hypothetically he could be. So whether he's actually looking for So-young or Ji-hyeon, I don't think that's ever actually confirmed in any kind of documentation or anything like that, because he's a new student. We don't know enough about him. But those are the two tracks you can kind of take with them. So I think that's what she was planning for, was Ji-hyeon to be the body exchange, us to break the barriers. When she saw us, suddenly it makes more sense for her to use So-young, and now she has a friend. She has Ji-hyeon still here. And Ji-hyeon is going to want nothing to do with us after that. So, now of course it's a body exchange, so she's not going to be herself anymore. But, we know that Ji-hyeon and So-young are friends, so... The question at that point, I guess, becomes what happens to So-young? She's trapped in the school. I'm assuming that if something happened to So-young, that would be the end for Sung-ah, in a way. That's why she trapped her here. She didn't kill her or anything like that. But I'm going to guess that she's trapped in the sense that she can't speak to anybody anymore. Now, the tape is kind of another interesting point on this, and I brought this up with her ending before, but I said you can change the ending by dropping the tape in the mailbox. It might have been a suggestion box, because she does bring it up that there's a suggestion box up that way. It was on the 3rd floor, though, I think, and she said it was on the upper level. But if you drop the backmask tape, which if you listen to it, is a recording of Sung-ah suffocating in the fire that occurred in the home ec room. I think the reason that dropping that tape changes her ending is because if you send the tape out, her document, according to the ghost story, reads that everybody forgot about her, of course, except for her mother and her best friend. And I think by sending that tape out, it would bring back the recollection of her and somehow disrupts the body exchange ritual. And so that's why she has those two different endings. Now, of course, the reason we were playing this was not to go over the story, because I've already talked about this quite extensively earlier on when we were doing the walkthrough and we did all the endings. But the reason we were doing this was to get the one collection we've been missing. because originally I did not plan to do the figurines because they're not required for the Platinum Trophy. And of course, if most people want to walk through, it's probably for that. And I figured at some point I might come back and do it, which we did. And now we have the figurines. So if you're a 100% completionist like me and want to do everything, there you go. We just did them all. And so from the figurines here, we can go down this list and see them all. And they're all the player characters in this story. Now, all of them say it looks like it was made at least 14 years ago, and I was thinking this probably had a relation to the original timeline of the first game, the original White Day. And I was right. I think the first White Day came out in 2001, I want to say. And this came out, I think, in 2005, so there was a 14-year gap between them, which would make sense. And so from left to right, so we have So Young, Sung-ah, Ji-hyeon, so those are three characters that Hee-min kind of interacts with mainly. Then we have Hee-min at the center, and then we get into our antagonists, sort of. Young-ah, who is Sung-ah's mother, Dao-soo, the janitor from the new building, and Bong-gu, the janitor from the main building. And so I also pointed out the idea that I think is really kind of cool that you never hear Dao-soo because he primarily works in the new building, which is all keycard locked, and so he doesn't have a bunch of keys basically dangling on him at all times like Bong-gu does. I thought that was kind of a nice touch of the game to do that. So, those are our figurines collected. So, that is a good place to, like I said, to close things out when we started. Sorry, kind of a long-winded outro for this because I wanted to bring up some of that stuff about the ending. Is that the closing of this walkthrough officially? Because it's now been a year since I did the original walkthrough. I might return to do one more thing, which is Ji-min's route on Hell difficulty, because I don't think we did that previously. So it would probably be a single sit-down playthrough, which would be a nice way to close this off at 14 episodes, because it's not a very long section. So to speak, but it is much harder in some ways, and as we've seen, has some interesting storyline points. So, anyways, that's a future thing to consider. With that being said, let's officially close things out for the night. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later.